Welcome back. As we are slowly approaching the end of winter, you might want to start getting outside more. Biking can be a great way to enjoy the warmer weather. However, if you haven't used your bike for a couple of months, it might be a good idea to make sure to refamiliarize yourself with your bike. Chenango Point Cycles aims to help you do so. Chenango Point Cycles is hosting their roadside and trailside maintenance clinic this Friday. This event is the first of a two-part workshop aiming to familiarize bike owners on how to maintain their bikes properly. The workshop has been hosted by the store since it was established in 2020. Owner of Chenango Point Cycles, Anthony Folk, explains what to expect at the event.
And it's just a way for us to help people get prepared to get back outside and start riding again. So the first clinic that we'll do this month on the 7th is going to be a flat tire clinic. We have people bring their own bikes in, bring their own wheels in, and if they have any tools, bring their own tools. Otherwise, we do provide a bunch of tools for everybody to practice with, but they learn how to take their back tire off, take their back wheel off, change an inner tube, get it reinstalled back on the bike so that when it inevitably happens out on the trail or on the road, they have the tools and knowledge necessary to continue their ride or at least get back to their car until they can do a more permanent fix.
The event will have food and refreshments for people attending the workshop. Anthony explains that part of the reason for hosting the event is to create a network for the biking community.
It always ends up being a bit of a social event, I think, or at least that's the goal of it. We've had smaller clinics with 5 or 7 people, but most of our clinics end up being 15, 20 people, and it's a really great opportunity to meet and network with other people that ride, maybe that you haven't met yet, or you can meet people that are involved in other riding groups, so you can join an even larger group of people that ride on a regular basis.
There will be tons of information and demonstrations given during the workshops with plenty of hands-on exercises to help you be ready for biking. Checking your bike is as simple as ABC. Anthony shows off the super easy method.
Fortunately, some of the most important things that you can do on your bike to be ready for a ride are short and simple. We call it the ABCs. You want to check 3 main things before you go out for a ride every single time you ride. A is air pressure. So sometimes it can be as easy as just giving your tires a squeeze. And as you might be able to see, I'm able to kind of pinch that tire in pretty far. Too soft. You want to add some air to the tires before you go and ride. The other way you can check is to just plug your pump in to your inner tube. So all tires have a valve. Plug your pump in. When you lock it in place, it'll read the pressure that your tire is at, and you'll have a recommended pressure rating on the side of the tire. So A is air. B is you want to check your brakes, make sure that they function and work properly. You can do something as simple as just giving your wheel a spin while it's up in the air. You can hold your seat up in the air and spin your tire. You want to squeeze your brake lever and make sure that it stops that wheel. So you're checking 2 things here. You're making sure that it doesn't rub, slow you down, make you work harder than you need to, and you're making sure that your brake lever actually stops the wheels from spinning. And then C, the last thing, is your chain. You want to give it a quick touch, make sure that it's slightly sticky. You don't ever want your chain to be black. Chains should be silver and shiny, but you do want to be able to feel a little bit of that chain lube on there, and it'll leave just a tiny bit of residue on your fingers. If you have black or grease on your fingers, it's over lubricated. Don't add any more lube. We'll have to clean it up first and then re-lubricate. But make sure that you got just a little bit of lube on there. And then same thing, holding your back tire up in the air with the seat. Just give your bike a spin at the pedals and make sure that it doesn't make any strange clicking, clunking sounds, and that it spins freely. If you're really brave, click through a few gears and make sure that with every single click, your chain moves 1 single gear in the back. No funny noises, and it moves properly. You've done your ABCs, and now you're ready to ride.
Chenango Point Cycle's roadside and trailside maintenance clinic event will be hosted at their store located at 125 Park Ave in Binghamton, February 7th, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The event is open to anyone.